we have the pleasure of sitting down with Janine Zitianellis, a facilitator of energy medicine, to unravel the mysteries and the profound potential that life force energy holds for our well-being. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
It's so lovely having you here. Now, please explain to us, for those that don't understand, what does life force energy actually mean?
Life force energy is that flow of vibration within and around all living organisms. It is quite specific to how much energy that you have within you, how much flow that you have in you, and it is what we absorb. We have life force energy around us, and we also transmit life force energy. So it's the vibe, it's what we feel. Yeah.
Okay, it's that flow of life, that what's called also pranayama.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
So Janine, I have to ask you, what was your first introduction personally in your life to understanding this, and why was it important to you?
The first time I realized that there was a problem with my life force energy and the flow of it was I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and at that moment I had to become very aware of where my blocks were.
Okay.
What was happening? Why was my body attacking itself?
Yes.
Because life force energy, your body knows how to heal itself, and mine wasn't. It was doing the opposite. And sometimes you'll find somebody that doesn't have any life force energy. It's because they're sitting with a lot of trauma, a lot of shock and blocks in their system.
Are you able to see that with someone? Like, are you able to scan a room and go, her life energy force is clear?
So I can feel it.
Okay.
I don't see auric fields, but I can feel the lightness and the expansion.
Yes.
So can you. You can feel the heaviness.
Yes.
And there's almost like a grey to somebody.
Yes.
That person has very little life force energy.
It's also that concept of walking into a room and going, the energy doesn't feel great here. Or,
and you know,
what a beautiful energy.
And there's a specific energy centre that's doing that for you.
Okay.
Your third energy centre is feeling the room.
I love that. So speaking about energy centres, I know that you are also an expert in dealing with meridian points and chakras. Enlighten us on that.
Well, the work that I do is to identify the negative energy that's creating imbalances and blocks in these energy systems. There are three specific ones that I look at.
Okay.
The auric field, which is the natural filter to energy around us. Then there's the chakra system, and there's 7 main chakras that are linked to specific experiences we're supposed to have in life and what we want to create in life. How to create safety in our lives, how much joy. And so if there are any blocks there, we clear that out. And then the meridian system is on the physical level, what the acupuncturists would work with. Shocks and trauma, even on that very fine, subtle level within the physical body, is going to negatively affect your organs, the cells of your body, your glands, because where they are positioned in the body is where they're drawing in that life force energy and going to the nervous system, the endocrine system.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if someone has gone through trauma, how does that manifest in your subtle energy or your chakra system? How does that manifest? What does that feel like? What does that look like?
Well, trauma will create an experience, obviously, where in order to cope in the future, either to cope in that trauma or to prevent future pain, we create a belief system about ourselves. That then dictates our thoughts, right? If you're going to have negative thoughts around something or have the victimhood mentality, those are lower frequency thoughts. It's going to affect your life force energy. That's what we identified to clear. Trauma is obviously related to experiencing feelings, negative emotions. And when I say negative emotions, emotions aren't negative, but you have those lower frequency ones that if they stick and you don't acknowledge them, they can't release through the chakra system.
Yes.
So we're absorbing, but we also need to release all the time.
Yeah.
It manifests in that way, blockages in the life force energy, and it's felt, on all levels.
Yes,
all
on
levels.
A visceral level.
And
I love that you mentioned, your thoughts and awareness. I read this article once that said that we have around 70 to 80,000 thoughts per day, and 90% of those thoughts we think the next day and the next day and the next day. And if there are negative, low vibrational thoughts, then our lives never change. So you've got to change your thought process.
Absolutely.
And so mindfulness becomes important.
It is the key, to be mindful. What are my thoughts right now? Where is that coming from? And where do I actually want to choose to make a choice from? From the wound?
Yeah.
Or from actually what I want to create in my life.
Yes.
But some people don't even realize that. They have the blinkers.
Yes.
And that's why energy healing exists, so that we can facilitate and help people identify those lower vibrational thoughts, because the cells of your physical body is listening. There are things called neuropeptides, molecules of emotions. So if you've got lower frequency emotions like guilt and anger, rage,
shame,
all of that, the molecules are listening and actually don't function well. The cells of your body don't function well. That's been proven.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And whatever you believe, you're right.
Exactly. Your beliefs are creating your reality.
Absolutely.
So if you can look at your limiting beliefs and be mindful of it and just start taking notes, you can start making a change.
Janine, thank you so much for your expertise. And I know that you at home have probably thought that this is really informative. I know that I do. Janine is going to share more of her expertise with us to enhance and improve our life force energy. So if you want to learn more, some tips and techniques, stay tuned.